Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is the weekly Tuesday video of the Patriots preview and review for their previous game and their game coming up this coming week, plus the fantasy football waiver wire rankings and positional rankings. So I'm going to jump right into it. The Patriots got a great win this week against the Baltimore Ravens, a team that basically ruined their season last year when the Patriots were 8-0 and lost that game, and they've basically had a losing record since then. The Ravens haven't exactly been the same team that they were last year for the better part of the back half of the season so far, but it's still on paper they're still a way better team than the Patriots. So this is a big win for the Patriots, and to get this done is definitely it's definitely probably the biggest accomplishment of the year so far. The only thing is, as hype of a win as this was, I'm just trying to figure out the direction that the Patriots are heading in as a team, like for this year and probably for next year too. Because although Cam Newton has looked better as of late, the last few games, as the quarterback of this team, we really have to figure out, are they going for it? Because if they are, then I don't think that's the right plan, because they're just not good enough overall. I know they beat the Ravens, but there's better teams out there for sure. And so I just don't see them going anywhere. And now if they keep winning after being 2-5, now they're 4-5, if they keep winning, they're not gonna have a good draft pick. So I'm just, I know Bill, like I said, Bill Belichick wasn't going to let them tank, but there's something to be said for just, being in the middle pack, just not making the playoffs, but also not being bad enough, and that's the worst. So I don't know. It was a great win. Team morale. If they can somehow make a playoff run, which I don't think is very likely with the amount of 6-3 teams right now in the playoff hunt that are just ahead of them with tiebreakers and other things, I just don't see it happening. But it could. It really could. So we'll see what happens. They played the Texans this week, and the Texans are just a mess. So they could get three wins in a row here and be 6-5. So. Or, I'm sorry, 5-5. So you never know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so they're playing the Texans. The Texans are awful. Bill O'Brien's basically just ruined that franchise. Obviously, he's gone now, but you look at the Cardinals with DeAndre Hopkins now. They just did not get a good return for him. They shouldn't have traded him in the first place, but the return just was not worthy of his caliber of player. He caught that Hail Mary. They won the game. The Cardinals are leading their division. They're both teams are literally in the opposite directions. The Texans don't have their first round pick. Miami has their first round pick from a trade a couple years ago with Laramie Tunsil, the left tackle. So the Dolphins they have basically the top 5 pick because the Texans are so bad. You still have to worry about Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller, some of those guys. Obviously, David Johnson's not going to play, so that's helpful for the Patriots. But this is definitely a team that they should beat. If they lose this game, I just don't. I don't get it. I'm just not going to understand what's happening this season anymore. If the Patriots manage to lose this game against the Houston Texans, it just makes no sense. So this should really be an easy win. This should be probably one of, if not the easiest wins on the season. But nothing has really made sense this season for the Patriots. So that's something that's yet to we'll find out. But yeah, so we're moving on to fantasy football now. Oh, shaking the table and everything with the waiver wire. It's another interesting week. It's not a lot out there, but I'd say number one obviously should be Salvon Ahmed. he just makes the most sense. He really came in and stepped up for the Dolphins, and they're looking like a good team with the run first mentality, and with Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback, run first mentality and defense, ground and pound kind of deal. Michael Pittman, number 2. If Alex Collins is the guy right now, I would play him. It just doesn't make sense to not play him if Chris Carson's out. Obviously, Carlos Hyde might be coming back, but even if he does, Alex Collins, it looked like he's getting the carries. Logan Thomas, Cam Akers, Rex Burkhead, Jameis Winston, Cam Sims, Gus Edwards, Naheem Hines, Jordan Reed, Dalton Schultz, Sammy Watkins, Tim Patrick. These are some of the guys. MVS, Keelan Cole. So yeah, these are some of the guys to go after. It's Michael P. Ryan. I mean, some of these guys, it's just another not very interesting waiver wire week for fantasy football, which you obviously see as the season goes on. It starts off crazy and it eventually just fizzles out with the quality of players that you'll find on the waiver wire. So moving on to positional rankings for the week. Number 1 with the quarterbacks, 1 through 10 with each position, unless I screw it up per usual. Number 1, Kyler Murray against the Seahawks. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes against the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 3, Russell Wilson against the Cardinals. Number 4, Justin Herbert against the Jets. Number 5, Lamar Jackson against the Titans. Number 6, Ben Roethlisberger against the Jaguars. Number 7, Aaron Rodgers against the Colts. Number 8, Matt Ryan against the Saints. Number 9, Tom Brady against the Rams. And number 10, Matt Ryan. Oh, I already said Matt Ryan, sorry. See, there's the screw up. Number 10, I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson against the Patriots, as Nora pokes her head there in the background, making an appearance. Nora. Saying hi. All right. Number 1 with running backs, we got Dalvin Cook against the Cowboys. Man, that's an interesting matchup. Number 2, Alvin Kamara against the Falcons. Number 3, Derrick Henry against the Ravens. Number 4, Nick Chubb against the Eagles. Number 5, Aaron Jones against the Colts. Number 6, Miles Sanders against the Browns. Number 7, Josh Jacobs against the Chiefs. Number 8, James Conner against the Jaguars. Number 9, Mike Davis against the Lions. And number 10, I'm going to go with Ezekiel Elliott against the Vikings. And for wide receivers, number 1, DeAndre Hopkins against the Seahawks. Number 2, Tyreek Hill against the Raiders. Number 3, Julio Jones against the Saints. Number 4, Devontae Adams against the Colts. Number 5, DK Metcalf against the Cardinals. Number 6, Keenan Allen against the Jets. Number 7, Tyler Lockett against the Cardinals. Number